A wise man once said, "An investment in education is an investment in our future," while another said, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." This is a perfect explanation of the story of one of Nigeria's seasoned and astute bankers, with close to 4 decades exposure to the challenges in the banking industry, Mr. Aderemi Muyideen Makanjuola, the chairman of Capitan Offshore Support Group PLC. Mr. Aderemi Muyideen Makanjuola recently clocked 70, and in commemoration of his 70th birthday anniversary, he decided to give back to the society with the construction of a world-class ultra-modern lecture theatre at the Lagos State University, LASU, which was officially unveiled by His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Muyideen. He also organized a special birthday lecture on Thursday, the 22nd of November 2018, at the Lagos State University, Ojo Campus, Lagos. The Aderemi Makanjuola Ultra-Modern Lecture Theatre, which was constructed within 6 months, is a 500-seater edifice, fully air-conditioned, fitted with security cameras, fire extinguishers and projectors to enhance learning and teaching. With an impressive record of philanthropy, it is necessary to note that the ultra-modern lecture theatre built by Mr. Aderemi Muyideen Makanjuola in LASU isn't the first of its kind to be constructed, as some other tertiary institutions in Nigeria have also benefited from the same gesture. The Federal University of Technology, Mina, and the Summit University in Ota, Ogun State. Mr. Aderemi Muyideen Makanjuola is a man of humility, a philanthropist, a devoted Muslim, and a great family man who was born on the 24th of November 1948 in Lagos State, Nigeria. He is a member of the prestigious Ikoyi Club 1938 and the Island Club. Mr. Aderemi Muyideen Makanjuola is a die-hard Arsenal fan who loves swimming, singing, and listening to good music. He is married to his jewel of inestimable value, Mrs. Sola Makanjuola, and the union is blessed with amazing children and grandchildren. Leading the rich array of dignitaries at the event were the Governor of Lagos State and Chairman of the occasion, Mr. Muyideen, the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman Governing Council of LASU, Professor Adebayo M. Eninolowo, the Vice-Chancellor LASU, Professor Olaniwaju Fagbohun, SAN, Chairman of Honeywell Group, Oba Otudeko, the Oba of Lagos, His Royal Majesty, Oba Rilwan Akiolu, Lagos State APC governorship candidate in the 2019 election, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Pioneer Vice-Chancellor, University of Ado-Ekiti, Professor Aki Oyebode, the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council of the University of Lagos, UNILAG, Dr. Wale Babalaki, SAN, Lagos Whitecap Chiefs, academic and non-academic staff members of LASU, students, among other distinguished guests. The event was emceed by one of Nigeria's talented comedians, Bove, who ensured the smooth flow of events as he cracked guests up at intervals. The Chief Missioner of the Ansaruddin Society of Nigeria, Sheikh Abdurrahman Ahmad, led in the opening prayer. In the welcome address delivered by the Vice-Chancellor LASU, Professor Olaniwaju Fagbohun, he expressed gratitude to the celebrant for the philanthropic gestures shown to the school, as the name Aderemi Makanjuola has become an important part of LASU's legacy and will remain indelible. The Vice-Chancellor LASU, Professor Olaniwaju Fagbohun, appealed to other statesmen, great men and women present, to partner with the school to move the institution to greater heights.
The Lagos State University has had the honor of producing great and exceptional minds who have made their marks and who today occupy the commanding heights of economic, political, and social landscape within and outside Nigeria. The beautiful story of today's LASU cannot be complete without a mention of those who laid the solid foundation for its takeoff. Sir, it is with confidence and faith that I make bold to say that the name Aderemi Makanjuola has become an important part of LASU's legacy and will remain indelibly ingrained for posterity in the annals of our university. Happy birthday, sir. All of us at the Lagos State University wish you all the best, not just for today, but for always in the service of humanity. To the amazing men and women of integrity on the Governing Council of the Lagos State University, ably led by the highly perceptive Professor Aderemi, we thank you for your passion. On behalf of all my colleagues, staff and students, we thank you all and we heartily welcome you to the Lagos State University.
Next was the remark of the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman Governing Council of LASU, Professor Adebayo M. Eninolowo, who also expressed gratitude to the celebrant, as he described him as a man of nobility. He added that the noble gesture of the celebrant will go a long way in helping the school. He assured the celebrant that the newly constructed Aderemi Makanjuola ultra-modern lecture theatre will be put to proper use.
The donation of an ultra-modern lecture theatre to Lagos State University by Mr. Aderemi Makanju is a commendable step in the right direction. It will significantly complement the efforts of the Lagos State Government, University Governing Council, and management in providing an atmosphere conducive for learning and research, while also boosting the university's reputation globally. At this junction, my profound appreciation goes to our benefactor, Mr. Aderemi Makanju, for his noble gesture and commitment towards improving the academic life and infrastructural development of the apex educational institution in the commercial capital of Nigeria. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. At this juncture, permit us to call on other distinguished individuals and corporate bodies to emulate the benevolence of Mr. Aderemi Makanjuola by committing a part of their resources to assist Lagos State University in the area of infrastructural development towards enhancing teaching and learning. Investing in Lagos State University is, of course, a worthy venture. It goes without saying. The university is presently ranked as the best state university in the National University Commission ranking. Also, the National University Commission, NUC, not too long ago, commissioned the university as the lead institution to develop the sectoral component of the blueprint for Nigeria's prosperity in health security by year 2050 and transportation from 2018 to 2050.
Swiftly afterwards, a 20-minute video clip was shown to guests, which highlighted the construction process of the ultra-modern lecture theatre and the reason behind the project. In the birthday lecture delivered by Professor Aki Oyebode, titled Town and Gown, Given in the Age of Scarcity, he acknowledged that the idea by Mr. Aderemi Makanjuola to mark his birthday with the construction of the lecture theatre was commendable, as it will add value to the university as well as improve the university's infrastructural landscape. Professor Aki Oyebode added that government has not been able to make adequate financial resources available for the maintenance of our institutions in the face of competing demands from other sectors of the national economy. He said this should compel management of institutions to explore alternative sources of revenue to stay alive and competitive.
We are here to celebrate the union of town and gown as exemplified by the hand of fellowship extended by Mr. Remi Makanjuola to academia through his benevolence and philanthropy by way of donation of a well-appointed 500-seater auditorium for the enhancement of pedagogy and assisting in rolling back the turf of ignorance within the portals of this institution. By this great act of ensuring that the world becomes a better place than he found it, our hero of the day is laying an enviable example to others who are richly blessed, abundantly so, to make a worthy contribution towards human capital development in this country. I attended a birthday sermon of a distinguished Nigerian architect, Mr. Fola Alade. And the Archbishop started his sermon by saying, "Welcome to the departure lounge." I said, "What is this man talking about?" He said, "By the time you hit 70, say you already have your boarding pass, you are in the departure lounge, you pay for your flight ticket, you are just waiting for your flight to be called." So we don't know how long people like us who are over 70 have to stay in the departure lounge before our flight is called. So while there's still time available, those who are capable should leave something, a mark on the sand. Because there's no way you're going to write the history of this great citadel of learning that will omit the name of Remi Makanjuola.
This was immediately followed by the introduction and citation of the celebrant, delivered by the Vice-Chancellor of LASU, Professor Olariwaju Fagbohun, after which series of goodwill messages ensued.
Remi, Ọlọ́run ní fi ẹ́ lẹ̀ o. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ní jẹ́ kó jọra ẹ lójú. I always tell my children every day, as the lecturer said, that when you are 70, it did not go down well with somebody. It is the truth too. The chief missioner said somebody, when one of our friends was celebrating 70th birthday at one event center in Lagos, that by now you should be thinking of what to do for the society. Anybody can die before 70, but I think the Bible says the lifespan is 70. Me, I always tell my children, ọmọ ọba lẹ́ni, ó ń bọ̀ àdì àbúrò ọba lọ́la. What you should not do, don't say because your father is the ọba, we are temporary holder of this office today. I succeed somebody, and somebody is going to succeed me, whether I like or not. That is the truth.
Today, we are all gathered here to celebrate his 70th birthday and unveil a 500-seater lecture theater donated to LASU to mark his 70th birthday. I know for sure that the same person we are talking about today donated quite a lot of money for research at the Lagos State Medical School. I know for sure that today we are going to unveil a 500-seater lecture theater. Ladies and gentlemen, he is very much in line with education. He believes that education is the greatest gift of life. And he has done this not just in Nigeria, but also abroad.
I was here 2 weeks ago, and I was at the staff school for a function. Excellency, the staff school of LASU is totally unacceptable. And I challenge all those here, do not leave here without pledging to build a new staff school. Do not provoke me to mention your names. I was in the helicopter with one or two of you. Help this school. Help this school. Let's create a proper educational system. We must improve Nigerian education. I laugh at all of us who ignore public education, send their kids abroad, and they come back here. They come back here as a tiny minority, and they will be oppressed forever by those who never left the shores of Nigeria. So it's a self-protecting policy to let us develop the education system in Nigeria for the benefit of all.
Mr. Remi Makanjuola, it's someone that I have taken personal lectures and personal attributes from. He's someone that I have watched as a young university leaver when he was running one of the branches and became a regional manager in Union Bank of those days, and we'll observe and watch how he had grew his business, for which I dare say that at some point in time,
I was serving as the chairman of one of the subcommittees on his board. And I also would say that I have learned a lot from him, also as my chairman at the Lagos Security Trust Fund, for which he led for over 8 years. And he's someone that I know he has impeccable integrity and a very sound man, a man that has devoted a lot of his time to benefit and to better a whole lot of us around him and humanity in general. I want to, on your behalf, wish him the very, very best of today and all of the various celebrations to mark his 70th birthday. Bovi had said that we were going to delay the flight. Nothing will happen to you now. My aunties have even said that we should change the narrative to 80. Is now when you get to 80 and above that, they can begin to look for boarding passes. So there is no problem. Your own boarding pass is not being issued now because there's still a whole lot that you're going to still throw back to humanity and to mankind. And I also want to wish you good health. I want to wish you sound mind. I want to wish you all the very, very good things you wish for yourself and your family, all my Abrus and their children.
Next was a remark of the birthday boy, Mr. Aderemi Makanjuola, who thanked all for the praises and promised to continue to contribute to society.
To the lecturer of today, whom I've never met but I've always heard of him, I'm sincerely grateful. It's not for me to tell people to donate because everybody has what they want to use their money for. But I'm sure people have what is important to them, what they plan to donate for, but everybody knows education is important. And if we have a good environment for education, students will learn. Students will be able to go and do better in whatever they do. For my senior sisters and elders in Lagos State who are graced this occasion by waking up 5 a.m. to come here and all, I'm sincerely very grateful. I'm extremely, extremely grateful to you. And Jide, well done. I wish you all the best. Thanks.
The governor of Lagos State, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, in his remarks, appreciated the celebrant and called on others to emulate the kind gesture. He later proceeded to unveil a book titled Global AIDS and Tertiary Education in Nigeria, written in honor of the celebrant, Mr. Aderemi Muyideen Makanjuola. Guests later proceeded to the Aderemi Makanjuola Lecture Theatre, where the unveiling was done by the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, which brought the event to an end.
A quotation from Chief Obafemi Awolowo: the more educated his mind, the greater will be his morale and the more efficient he becomes. Aderemi Makanjuola Lecture Theatre is dedicated to the students of Lagos State University, the future generation of leaders, commissioned by my humble self this day, 22nd day of November 2018. And we are here also the Vice Chancellor, Professor Olariwaju Adibofako. And this donation is being made by Mr. Aderemi Makanjuola, Chairman, Caverton Offshore Support Group PLC. And we also use this platform to thank him so much for his selflessness and his generosity to the community of LASU and the generations of Lagosians yet unborn that will benefit from this place. God bless you.
From Biscon Communications, it's 70 hearty cheers to a generous giver and philanthropist extraordinaire, Mr. Aderemi Muyideen Makanjuola.